Whenever you talk about abridged dubs and parodies, most people think about Team 4-Star. And honestly, that's pretty fair. Anime and cartoon parodies and dubs have existed since like the 80s. Back then, you had to use like 2 VHSs to produce one dub. Dragon Ball Z Abridged changed the entire landscape of fan-made content. It proved that you could add this sense of legitimacy to a medium that was seen as like uncreative and immature. Team 4-Star's work developed its own canon, and it inspired an entire generation to pursue their own passions and fandom. Today, parody dubs are unproportionately represented by AI voices and short-form content. But there are creators that are still pushing fan dubs and parody into the modern era, and of course, dealing with the ongoing battle of copyrights and intellectual property. Some of my favorites today are people like SSJ 9000, Ace Vane, Kadeem the Dream, and
Exodia, the Wicked One! What at? May have all 5 pieces.
You know, honestly, I'm not as hip to the scene as I used to be. My entire point in putting all this together is that there's this production made by this unassuming group of pioneers that I feel like don't get the credit they deserve for how much they changed the landscape of fan-made content and fan dubs. And that production is The Juggernaut Bitch by My Way Entertainment. Now, the reason as to why this iconic video didn't get the same degree of credit and legitimacy, the type that would have made My Way Entertainment a household name, is layered. And I want to make it abundantly clear, I'm not here to take away from anybody's accomplishments. I feel compelled to say this because statistically, the majority of people aren't going to finish this video. I'm going to put the bottom line up front. I don't feel like there was any infrastructure in the early days of the digital creative economy. Overall, my hope is to provide some sort of context to the landscape of what we now know as content creation.